if you're a sales rep who wants to fill their pipelines full of hot and ready to buy homeowners from your local area who already know, like, and trust you because they've seen your content before and because you're the local roofing expert, I'm going to break down the specific type of content that you need to be creating in 60-second video format that's going to allow you to stop door knocking altogether and fill your pipeline full of people who actually want to buy from you but before you even get there because they already know, like, and trust you. Okay. So this is what I call the social selling content. Okay. And this type of content is specifically created to do one thing, and that's to plant problem seeds in the minds of your prospects, get people to watch, and build you a personal brand as the local roofing expert, right? 60-second videos is all you need to create. And I'm going to break down the process, and then I'm going to show you actual examples of the videos themselves so that you can connect the dots, all right? So it all stems from 3 parts. It's hook, value, and direct. So I don't know if you're a fan of like Russell Brunson or Alex Hormozi. You might see a similar version of this with the different like marketing strategies: hook, story, offer. This one is mine: hook, value, direct. Now, the beginning of your video is the most important. This is hook. And the hook is what is going to cause your ideal watcher or your ideal homeowner, the person who you want to sell a roof to watch the video, right? So that's the most important part. And if you don't nail the hook, you're going to lose everyone. So the hook does about 80% of the work. So you want to make sure that you're identifying your area and calling out your target audience. So if you say something like, I've been in the Colorado area for the last 20 years and I've never seen hail damage this bad. Okay. That's an amazing hook. And I'm going to show you a video almost identical to what I just said. But what that does is it pulls the watchers in because you're calling out an area that they live in. It's kind of like hearing your name. You recognize it. And they watch the rest of the video. So you need to nail the hook. Okay. And then additionally, you need to tease some type of problem in the hook. Okay. So area, audience, problem. The midsection is value. So this is 20 to 40 seconds. This is where you're actually going to be showing them the problem. Instead of filming yourself, you're going to be turning the camera around and pointing at the roof, pointing at the holes in the roof or where the impact may have happened, or maybe it's wind damage, or maybe you're showing like a pipe boot that's beginning to rot and the rubber's wearing down, something like that, right? And your video is going to have different topics, but you need to demonstrate the problem and explain why it's happening and teach them something that they didn't already know. The reason why you're doing this, again, is to plant the problem seed in the minds of your prospects so that they begin to worry about their roof so that they book an inspection with you, right? Because the reason why anybody books an inspection is because they want to be protected. And if you explain to them that they could potentially not be protected, you're going to put them in a state of, unrest in their minds, and it's going to cause them to start looking for solutions. And guess what you're going to present to them at the end of the video? The solution, right? So show them the problem, explain why it's happening, demonstrate your expertise. That's the value section. Okay, that's the meat and potatoes. At the end, depending on where you're posting this video, you might give a direct call to action where you're telling them to book an inspection with you, or you might leave them with a question or some type of statement at the end of the video, just as the ending, okay? We don't always need to use direct call to actions. Sometimes a video is good enough just by giving enough value and the rest of the video before did the legwork. All right. So hook, value, direct. Now I'm going to show you some actual examples. All right. So let's hop into it. So here's one that I really like, and it's one that I come back to. But this is a perfect example of the social selling content.
I want you to take a I've been doing storm work now for 24 years, and I've seen some pretty bad damage, but This that I'm seeing in Denver is some of the worst damage I've ever seen. Check this out.
Okay, so great hook. He calls out Denver. He says he's been doing it for a long time, and this is the worst damage he's seen in a long time. So that by itself catches me even, and I want to see what the rest of the video is, right? And so that alone is an amazing hook, okay? And this is why people watch this video.
And you can see where all this is a, how old is this roof? 8 months old?
Yes, 8 months old.
8 months old roof. I mean, this is practically a brand new roof, and it's just demolished with hail.
By the way, one thing I will add is he didn't use captions on this. I would have used captions because half of your audience is not using audio. And so use captions on all of your videos, non-negotiable, because it's going to increase your watch rate.
Check out these gutters right here. If you can see all this, but I mean, that's pretty bad. You get up here. I mean, look, this is a straight up hole in the roof right here. If you're in Denver and you want your roof inspected, hit us up. Northwest Roofing is out here killing it, and they're ready to help you get a new roof. So you're gonna need it because this is bad.
All right, so he demonstrated the problem, right? So he talked about, he showed and he told the problem. He didn't really explain why it was happening, which it's kind of self-explanatory. And then he gave them somewhere to go. He said, book in the bio. And another thing is, if you use these big block letters, this is very helpful. You can do this in Instagram or CapCut, whatever, post-production. Having those headlines up above the video, if you saw in the beginning.
I want you to take a look over here.
I've been doing.
That's really great because especially if somebody's watching without audio, this is going to help them just know what the video is about when it pops up. So always do this. Always add a header, and it can disappear after a couple seconds. And then add captions as well, guys. All right, so let's go on to the next one. I hope that was helpful and you understood that. Now I'm going to show you another one from a different company.
I want you to take a look over here.
All right, that's the hook. I want you to take a look over here with the ding.
This is absolutely what you do not want to see on your roof. So what happened is similar to what I talked about in the front. All of that snow, because it kind of turned into ice, it melted up top, the bottom layer melted, and then everything slid down. And so from the weight of all of that ice, you can see it knock down the gutters, knock down quite a bit of her soffit as well. Didn't peel off any siding, fortunately, which is good, but gutters filled with ice, and then all of the weight took. Like you can see, this is ice from a gutter, from her gutters. It's a perfect 5-inch piece. I can't even pick it up. Got a little bit of weight to it, so that filled up her gutters. Look, you can even see it shaped like a gutter. All of that weight came down and knocked everything down. This happens quite often in the wintertime. You can drive around and see gutters completely frozen with ice. This happens all the time. You can even see right now her gutters are hanging on her. Not necessarily.
This one's a bit long. I maybe would have shortened it up a little bit and cut out some of the fluff, but nonetheless.
They're a power line, but this might be like a telephone.
It's really good piece.
Line. It happens quite a bit. So if your gutters are frozen, water or with ice, give us a call over at Andy's Roofing. We have appointments running every day.
Okay, call to action at the end. The caption's really nice. They're in the center. So center of the video is where I put them more at chest level. If you have a talking head, if you're talking on the video, put them here. He demonstrated the problem really nicely by showing the actual problem. So he had the hook, which was, check this out, pretty basic. I may have, made that a little bit better, but it was quick and it was like to the point. And so anybody who's watching it was able to see immediately what was happening, demonstrated the problem, and told them what to do next. All right, here's another one from Zach Schaefer. This video actually booked Zach, I think, 4 appointments, 3 which he closed, and 2 were full roof replacements. This is a similar one to the one that we just watched, where the gutter filled up with ice and fell off the side of the roof. But he was able to get this video organically 7,000 views in his local area, and it booked him appointments. And so it just takes one awesome video, guys, like this to be able to get some results.
So what are we out here looking at today? Well, we have a very bad case of ice damming on this roof that ended up causing a gutter collapse. And not only did it tear the gutter itself down, but it also went through and damaged the soffit, the fascia, ripped the fascia board completely off, damaged the J-channel underneath. And we're going to have to go back through, and hopefully, if the wood isn't damaged too bad in the ends of these trusses, go through and put in new fascia board and go through and redo the soffit and the gutters on this.
Okay, basic, right? I mean, it's he's just explaining the damage and explaining why it happened, and showing it, right? And so this didn't even really have a call to action. It didn't have an amazing hook. It had a basic hook, but it still did the trick. And so, look, guys, let me make this bigger. These 60-second videos, if you just posted these, you would build a brand as the local roofing expert in your area, book your calendar with people who have a similar problem to the problems that you're talking about in your video. And if they see you on camera, they get to know you, kind of like you and I are doing right now, how you're getting to know me. Your ideal audience is going to get to know you as a local roofing expert, because the algorithm is going to show the right people your videos, because the algorithm is amazing nowadays. Anyway, so if you guys want to download the playbook where I go deeper into this and show you how to set up your profile and deck out your profile for maximum booking capabilities, I'm going to put the social selling playbook in the description of this video. And also, if you've been with me this far, smash the subscribe button, because I'm going to be posting tons more videos like this, content reviews, and just talking about the social selling system and the types of content that you need to post to start filling up your pipeline with your ideal clients. See ya.